Hello, once again. Now, the last time we talked, it was just before I put the hide food onto the briefcase. It made quite a difference, you'll see in a few minutes, and it must have been really thirsty because it sucked it up. All the time I've been doing it, I've been thinking about the idea of gentleness. Let's have a gentle cup of tea and then I'll tell you a little bit more. Cheers! Once again, you don't get better than that. Not everybody is gentle. The people that you meet in the world, not everyone's capable of it, not everyone wants to be. Now, that isn't necessarily a problem, but you should treat these people with compassion, because you don't know what trauma they've been through, why they feel the way they do, and how they've been brought up. People develop at different rates. Some people are born gentle, other people become gentler as they grow older. You often hear about older people mellowing, people who've been fiery. I mean, this lack of gentleness is sometimes it's just their drive. And we all have a drive inside us, something that keeps us going. And some people's drive is a lot harder and stronger than others, which gives the impression that they haven't got time for you, or for slowing down, or relaxation, or gentleness. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but everybody runs out of steam in the end, and perhaps that's just it. But compassion is very important when you're dealing with people. People who appear to be hostile or ignorant, and you can't cure the ignorance, you can sometimes cure the hostility. Anyway, back to the briefcase. Would you like to come and have a look? I think we've made some progress, and we're going to make even more. See you there. Hello again, here we are. Now, do you remember what this was like yesterday as we left it? I'll show you now. And now here it is again, and I haven't touched this. Remember, it was all white, the odd little dot on it from what had come off the cloth, but it was completely white, and it soaked every single bit of that hide food up. You can just still see a trace of it, and the surface, as I expected, is tacky. So the next thing to do will be to take this off and get once again with saddle soap. But before I do that, as you might expect, we'll have to have another little go at the brasswork. A little scrub. And it doesn't take long at all, just to bring this back to a shine. A lot of the time this brasswork was nickel plated, and that has polished off, leaving the brass behind, which a lot of people prefer, but I don't know if that's happened to this at all, whether it was just plain brass originally and it's been left like that and polished. Hard to tell. It's the most satisfying procedure, bringing things back to life, a kind of time travel. And I wish I knew the date to which we were retreating on this. And I would tell you, but that knowledge is not available to me at the moment. It's possible that I could find out a range by looking at the register of limited companies. It's possible that I might be able to find out when they incorporated, if they incorporated. It doesn't say limited on it, I don't think. No, just Campbell and Dinsley. Either that or gazettes or local adverts from the time would tell me roughly when these people were operating. Right, now I'll let that soak in. But in the meantime, it's back to my lovely friend Propert's saddle soap. I think I'll move that because we could be rocking about a bit on here. And here we go. Now this might appear that we're removing everything that we so diligently put on it yesterday, but we're not. Enough of it is soaked into the fibres to have done the job. And of course this saddle soap itself will add further moisture and nutrition to the leather. I'm fully expecting to have to go over this thing more than once, but that's the pleasure. Hope you don't mind me not talking too much, maybe you prefer that. There is a level of serenity to be achieved from a job like this, and very easy to slip into happy silence, which is what I'm doing. This is where the grime will be, the very edges of the handle where you carry it like that, or where perhaps dozens of people have carried it before me, or maybe just one guy. My gloves on, that was a little bit remiss. I don't think I've done any harm though. Right, let's take a towel and remove some of this. Now that has removed quite a lot of the surface hide food that was on there, but not enough for my liking, so we'll give it another go. Particularly around these leather buckles and straps. This is where it gets embedded. And this is what you don't want to be looking at, the residue. I like the way that this leather is a much lighter colour on the inside here, and I don't know whether that's deliberate. I think it maybe is, because it's far too regular to have been just a chance of the outer skin tanning itself. Now, just to give it something to rest on, I'll place this towel across here while I do the front. Just help it a little bit. We'll just give this press a little rub now. Well, that is coming up nicely. I'm not finished with it yet, but it's coming nicely. And there you think I've forgotten to do the front, but I haven't. There now, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. As I say, I want this thing to rest and to get a chance to recover from what I've just done to it here. It feels a whole lot better. There's still traces of this hide food coming back. I start to see why the previous person may have had an issue getting rid of this, but it's not going to stop me. And we will revisit tomorrow and take the next step which I think will be some conditioner cleaner, not the Hide food, but a conditioner that I'll put on it. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.